Yeah, Juki, coming like before coming into camp, you mentioned that you're retiring from the national team, whether you make the squad or not. How's it been coming into camp with that in mind?
Yeah, I think it brings another level of motivation for me. To be 35 and still considered for another World Cup, and experiencing one before is nothing like it. And for this chance to do it again is super special. And to go out potentially retire from the national team with one more World Cup under my belt will be super special. And for me, there's that saying that you wear your national team jersey like it's your last every camp that you get. And for me, I've had the privilege to wear 50. So yeah, 50 caps is amazing for your country, and for me, this is actually my last chance to do it. So I'm giving it all I've got and see if I can do that and don the jersey one more time at another World Cup.
Yeah, and so how has it been in camp so far? You're part of the earlier guys coming into camp. How's Sarasota been?
Yeah, it's been amazing. It's been a tough camp so far. We are one of the earlier ones because obviously our season's finished earlier and we need that top up and the conditioning to keep going. And we're building up to a major tournament, and the boss is making sure there's no stone left unturned and making sure everyone's up to scratch with their condition. And for me as well, we got knocked out and we didn't make the finals, unfortunately, with MacArthur. So to have this extra preparation is key, and we've got to take advantage of that. It's been tough for sure. But reaping the benefits, I'm sure, later on down the track, if I make the tournament, my conditioning is going to be ready to play at my peak level.
And on MacArthur as well. How do you reflect on your move there, and how's the season been for you?
A little bit disappointing. Individually, my numbers were pretty good, but I guess collectively as the team, what our expectation were in the ACL2 to go further into that competition, we came up short, and again didn't make the final, so we came up short there as well in the A-League. So a bit frustrating and disappointing with that, but in saying that, I think I've done okay individually, scored a few goals, got myself still in the World Cup contention. So for the individual factor, I'm still pretty happy to be here based off my performances and ready to bring that into this camp and see where it takes me.
The last time you started a match for the Socceroos, you got player of the match and you notched up a goal and an assist. How do you reflect on that, and what are you hoping to bring to the squad?
Yeah, I think that last game that I started for the national team against Saudi Arabia to get the goal and assist was amazing. To obviously just play a part in helping the team qualify for this World Cup. 6 in a row, it's massive, and again, to play an important part to that is special. For me, and I think that's what gives, I guess, maybe the boss a bit of belief to know that when called upon, I can do a job. And for me, it's to show that I'm still capable of doing that in this World Cup and bring that experience and that readiness whenever called upon. I haven't played too many games recently with the national team, but I know if given that chance, I'll be ready to take those opportunities when given the time on the pitch.
And you've obviously been to a previous World Cup before. How does it feel, coming into camp and going into this one? Is the mentality different?
100%. I think obviously there's the weight of your country on your shoulders in the biggest sporting tournament in the world. So for me, there's nothing bigger and nothing better to play a part in as a footballer. To represent your country in the biggest tournament in the world there's nothing like it. Come game day, I did experience that in the last World Cup for the first time. And there is something different about going into that match day, knowing what's on the line and like what you need to do to get those results. We obviously came up short against France, losing 4-1, but then to turn it around against Tunisia, against Denmark, and then to go all the way to the end against Argentina and the two teams that we lost made it to the final in that tournament. So it was amazing, incredible experience, exciting young players to be able to experience this for their first time. And it's only going to give them the best experience moving forward, and to be able to handle these kinds of pressures, there's nothing like it. And I'm looking forward to seeing these young boys also handle that and show themselves on the world stage, because I think they're ready and they can handle these kind of pressures.